Sister Wives Preview. Janelle Brown talks about day Garrison died. It's the episode viewers have been waiting for. In a preview for the Sunday, May 4th episode of Sister Wives, Janelle Brown addresses the day that Garrison Brown passed away. This has been the elephant in the room since season 19 premiered. Now it is finally being talked about, and it will undoubtedly be very hard. Keep reading for more details about what to expect. Janelle Brown talks about day Garrison died. Garrison Brown passed away in March 2024, and every episode that has aired since has been ominous. Sister Wives fans watched him grow up, so they wanted him to be acknowledged. Plus, it was hard to watch the show knowing that he had been edited out of scenes per the family's request. In a recent episode, Cody and Robin Brown were celebrating Aurora's baptism. That was allegedly in May 2024, 2 months after Garrison died. To see the family so happy amid this tragic event was a bitter pill for viewers to swallow. Now, his passing will finally be addressed by his mother, Janelle Brown. In a preview for the Sunday, May 4th episode of Sister Wives, Janelle will chat about the day Garrison died. It opens up very ominously and darkly as the situation was. Then, Janelle tearfully states that she didn't remember the next few minutes, but she got in the car and just drove. That is all the clip shows, but this will be an immensely heart-wrenching episode for viewers to watch. They saw him as a young boy, and to know he took his own life only makes this that much more devastating. Since this is such a sensitive subject, TLC has issued a disclaimer at the beginning of the next episode. When season 19 began, the network noted that the season began filming at the end of 2022. They then said that Garrison died in March 2024 and that they would miss him deeply. However, this new disclaimer had the suicide hotline and notes that the episode will show the family facing an unimaginable loss. It is unclear how deep they will delve into what happened, but it is good that Garrison gets the tribute he deserves. Are viewers ready? This Sister Wives episode is one that viewers have been waiting and hoping for. However, it felt like it might never happen. Now that it is officially here, are fans ready to deal with it? More so, did they expect it to happen now? Finally, this will be the most important episode in 20-plus seasons of this show. It's time to stop ignoring Garrison's death and allow fans to remember him and say goodbye in our own ways. I think it's good they aren't skipping this life-changing event. I'm just praying when Cody and Robin speak on it, they don't word vomit and play victim. I really think Cody and Robin should not even be on this episode. Anything they say will be too little too late, or worse, rub salt in the wounds. If this is what Janelle wants, it's the right thing to do. I hope she had absolute authority over what is and is not shown. Hopefully, it helps someone. It seemed many fans did not want to see Cody and Robin Brown's commentary on the situation. They felt the couple would make it about themselves and not Garrison. Hopefully, this helps close the chapter on a very peaceful note. In a heartbreaking preview of the upcoming season of Sister Wives, Janelle Brown opens up for the first time about the devastating day her son, Robert Garrison Brown, passed away. With a trembling voice and tear-filled eyes, Janelle sits in a quiet, softly lit room surrounded by framed photos of her children. Each one a treasured memory, now tinged with a profound sense of loss. Her grief is raw, unfiltered, and painfully human. "I still can't believe he's gone," Janelle whispers, clutching a worn flannel shirt that once belonged to Garrison. "It doesn't feel real. Some days I expect him to walk through the door like nothing happened, grinning, teasing, asking what's for dinner." She takes a deep breath, steadying herself before continuing. "That day started like any other. I had sent him a message the night before, just a little check-in, like I always did. He didn't answer, but I told myself he was just busy, maybe working on his Jeep or playing video games with Gabe." Janelle pauses, her voice catching. "When I didn't hear from him the next morning, a weird feeling settled in my chest. It was like a shadow. I called Gabe. I asked him if he'd talked to Garrison. He said no, and then suddenly I couldn't breathe." As the scene plays out, viewers are taken back to footage of Garrison in earlier seasons, laughing with his siblings, helping his mom build furniture, cracking jokes in his confessional interviews. His presence is magnetic, his charm undeniable, his loss unfathomable. Janelle recalls the moment the police knocked on her door. They didn't have to say it. "I knew the second I saw them. I remember screaming. I remember collapsing, and then it's just silence, a silence I've never known." A mother shouldn't outlive her child. In the clip, Cody Brown is seen sitting on a different couch, clearly emotional. While the show has long chronicled the rifts within the Brown family, especially between Cody and his older children, this tragedy strips away those divisions, leaving behind the core truth of their humanity. There were things unsaid between us, Cody admits, voice heavy with guilt. Garrison and I hadn't been close. We hadn't talked in months, and now I don't get to fix that. I don't get to tell him I love him again. That's something I have to carry. Back in her confessional, Janelle shares what the days following Garrison's passing were like. I remember sitting in his room. Everything was the same, the posters, the socks on the floor, the smell of his cologne. I didn't want to touch anything. I didn't want to accept that he wasn't coming back. She recounts how her other children rallied around her. Gade was my rock. He's hurting too, but he held me while I broke down. Maddie flew in with Caleb and the kids, and we just sat around, crying, laughing, remembering. It was awful. It was beautiful. It was all the things grief is. For the first time, Sister Wives delves into the real, unvarnished pain of loss without the noise of family politics or plural marriage tensions. It's a human story, and Janelle leads viewers through it with grace, vulnerability, and strength. There were so many questions, she says. Why? How didn't I know? Could I have done something? Should I have pushed harder, called more, visited more? In the most heart-wrenching moment of the preview, Janelle walks into Garrison's old room. The camera lingers on her face as she runs her hand along his bookshelf. I found a journal, she says quietly. There were some things in there. Things that let me know he was struggling more than I realized. I wish he'd told me. I would have done anything to help him. Anything. The preview ends with a candlelight vigil held in Garrison's memory, with the family gathered together, Cristin, Mary, even Robin. For a moment, all the strife and tension of the past melts away. They hold hands, tears on their faces, united in love for the young man they lost too soon. Garrison was light, Janelle says in her closing confessional. He was funny, kind, sarcastic, loyal. He was my boy. And I will carry him with me every day for the rest of my life. This episode promises to be one of the most emotional and powerful in Sister Wives history. It's a tribute not only to Garrison's life, but to a mother's enduring love and to the resilience of a family that, despite its fractures, comes together when it matters most. Would you like a follow-up story from Cristin or Gade's perspective?